Welcome back, everyone. I'm pretty excited to share with you some cool stuff today. And since I'm so excited about it, I had way too much fun making this gratuitous intro. So, like many of you, I have in recent years been getting kind of down on how difficult it is to find retro video games that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg. And, with everyone getting into the hobby, it makes for a really exciting time. But at the same time, there are people who maybe are getting into it for the wrong reasons. And, there's a number of YouTube channels and some recent videos that kind of talk about maybe some of the market manipulation with these games. And, I don't love it. But that's not what I want to get into today. What I want to get into today is actually pretty exciting. I had an opportunity to, on a jog, stumble into a yard sale and find some really cool stuff. And so I want to share with you some of the things that I found and just kind of remind everybody that there's still opportunity out there. If you're looking, if you're taking the time once in a while to pop into a yard sale when you see one, or a garage sale, or if you live near a flea market that you can pop into once in a while, there's still cool stuff to find, and you can still get some excitement in finding cool things that you're excited to play and excited to revisit. So yeah, let's take a look at what I found. So the first little stack I want to go through are some really cool PlayStation games. A number of them classics. Tekken 2, Tekken 3, you can't go wrong. And then these are not terribly rare games, but obviously kind of must-haves, if you will, especially if you're into the arcade fighters. But kind of cool to find. You just don't see stuff like this anymore. Tenchu 2, actually a game I've not played before. I played the first one. It's a kind of cool ninja stealth assassin game, so I'm excited to check this one out. I really liked the first one when I was younger, so that should be pretty cool. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Another game I've not played before, but I did give it a go, and it's a pretty fun kind of, I guess I'd describe it as an arcade shooter. You take the role of different rebel ships through the levels, and you basically blast down some TIE fighters. So pretty fun. Can't go wrong with Star Wars games usually. Spider-Man. No explanation needed. This game is awesome. I played this a bunch of times when I was a kid, and it's just, maybe one of the games that kind of started the Spider-Man video game craze. I'm not sure. Obviously, the Insomniac PlayStation 4 game, brilliant. But it's fun to go back and revisit this. The voice acting is so hilarious. Soul Blade. So, you may have heard of Soul Calibur. Started here. Obviously, they moved to the Dreamcast with Soul Calibur, but this is a kind of where it started. So super fun. I had played Soul Calibur first, but this was cool to kind of get into and see some of the origins, if you will. So pretty awesome. So in addition to those PlayStation games, I was able to pick up a Dreamcast and a controller, as well as a little pile of Dreamcast games, which is pretty awesome. So Mortal Kombat Gold, Mortal Kombat, again, you know, it's like some of the PlayStation games. What can I say? Can't go wrong. It's Mortal Kombat. This was something that I played a little bit of at a friend's house. It's not the best Mortal Kombat, but again, you can't go wrong. Soul Blade, Soul Calibur. This is probably my favorite arcade fighter on the Dreamcast. You know, that might be a controversial thing to say, and or kind of a cop-out. I know for a lot of people that might also be true, but the fact is it's a really good game, and there aren't a lot of game series where you get to have a weapon during combat, so that's pretty cool. Crazy Taxi. If you have a Dreamcast, you probably have Crazy Taxi. It's just how it is. And kind of the creme de la creme. This was super exciting to find, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I mean, this is one of the Capcom greats, right? This is one of the great Capcom fighting games. Definitely not something you're just gonna come across at a yard sale every day. So this was really, really, really awesome to be able to pick up, and it's so fun. I even got my wife to hop in and play a few rounds. So, you know, let that speak for itself to how fun this game is. But yeah, we've been able to have a good time with it. So, you know, it's another really cool thing to have in a collection. So guys, I hope you enjoyed getting to see some of the cool things I was able to find just at a random garage sale in my neighborhood. And hopefully it gets you excited about the prospect or idea that it's not a completely barren wasteland of retro video games out there. You know, there's still opportunity to find cool and exciting things. So have you guys had any success out in the wild, so to speak, finding retro video games? Let me know in the comments. And otherwise, stay cool and keep gaming. And so I'm going to share some of that today, and you know, share some of my thoughts on